What's good, gang? It's Imani Blaze here, and I am back with another video. You guys are joining me from the heart of nature. Look at this guy. Stop playing with me. Beautiful. I'm here with a real quick video. I'm literally going to be reading to you guys a couple notes here that I took because I just want to give this to you guys. Today we are going to be discussing why you're always alone. Why you're always alone. You might feel like, damn, like I really don't have friends. Like I really don't have people to call on. Like I can't even go to brunch. It's just me out here. I made a list of thoughts that I had, ideas that I had about why you ultimately are always alone. Why us chosen ones are 9 times out of 10 always alone. Like, yeah, we got a couple folks, we cool with it, whatever. But for the most part, like, we move alone. I move alone. I'm out here alone. Alone. Okay? So, let's just jump right into it. Why you're always alone. Note number 1. I'm reading off of my laptop. People are attracted to your light, but not you as a person. People want to get close enough to you to feel validated by your presence, but not close enough to realize that they are inferior to you. And when I say inferior, I don't mean that you are above them, but the fact that you hold a certain type of energy that most people have yet to tap into. And so once they come around you, they feel that, they see your aura, they feel that like something is very different about you, and they don't have that. And that makes them feel a way, because naturally folks they're not really open to like just embracing what's different about somebody else that they don't possess. They usually just go into like this jealous energy, and that's why you're alone, because they fall back and they're just like, oh, he's chosen, she's chosen, or he's the real thing, she's the real thing. Deep down inside, I know I'm not. I can't fuck with that. I need to move away from that because I'm a weirdo. They're weirdos. You're the one. You're the 2, you the 3, you the 4, you the 5, you the 6, you the 7, you the 8, you the 9, you the 10. You're it. And they haven't tapped into that yet. And so as a result, they move away from you. Because they don't want to face that fact. They don't want to face the fact that they're not the real thing. They don't want to face the fact that they're not moving in the energy of their highest self. They don't want to face the fact that they are not filled with enough of the light needed to weed out the darkness that oftentimes is in these folks. Point number 2. You force people to face themselves. You show up as your authentic self, and fake people cannot deal with that. Your level of authenticity highlights just how fake they really are. Y'all know I speak the truth. Y'all know a lot of times I speak from my own truth while helping you discover your own truth. And for me, I don't have a lot of friends because I'm real. And like, I have done a lot of work on myself to figure out those times that I'm being real and when I'm just being rude. And there have been times where I'm just being rude and I'm trying to mask it and being real. But most of the time, I'm just being real. And most people do not want to face themselves. They do not want to face themselves, okay? Most people are fake. They are fake. And when you are the real thing, they cannot deal with that. You see straight through bullshit, and people know that. So they scurry away. They move around, baby. They move around. You're too authentic for fake people, and the energy just doesn't resonate. So they just, whoop, let me get away from this self-accountability. You feel me? Next point. You have a calling on your life, and you have to be alone to fulfill the calling. You're chosen. And chosen people do not have large groups of friends because they simply cannot be around too many voices. You have to constantly be checked in. Close your eyes for a second. Take a deep breath in and send it out. Again, take a deep breath in and send it out. Deep breath in and send it out. Gently flutter your eyes open when you are ready. And just observe how you feel. Just doing that for not even a full minute. You can't do that shit with people around you. You can't do that shit with folks around you 24/7. You gotta be alone to tap in, to meditate, to check in with source, to get those downloads that continue to make you that dope individual that you are. You're not like these folks, and that's why you got to be alone. God has you on a specific mission and has to keep you away from the crowd, from the masses, from the sheep. You are a leader. You cannot lead the pack if you're constantly with the pack. That's why you're always alone. Moving on. These next 3, you might not like. Because the last few, I was validating you. But these last 3, I'm going to make you G-check yourself. You push people away unknowingly. That's why you alone. You tapped into that ego too much. You think you the shit. You think you're better than folks. And as a result, you act like your shit don't stink. You act like everybody else's shit does stink. And that's why they ain't fucking with you. I'm going to just keep it at that. Moving on. You have not taken accountability for how you show up in this world. Are you really chosen and protecting your energy, or are you an asshole who thinks you're better than people? Sit with that, because that really might be the reason why folks aren't resonating with you. There's a difference between being alone in a way where like you're separated, but you still know how to commune and be within the community when you're supposed to be within the community, but you also, like I said, know when you're supposed to be away from folks getting those downloads. And literally like 85-90% of the time you need to be alone. When you're chosen and you're doing God's work, 85-90% of the time you need to be alone. The other percent you need to be serving. So you have to be in the community. You have to be conversing with people. You have to have that. So if you don't have that, then that might mean you're just an asshole. You're not being separated. You're just an asshole. And you need to G-check yourself. Last thing, you're not relatable at all. Now, this could be a good thing and a bad thing. Because although I'm not relatable to most, I'm relatable to my tribe. I'm relatable to the gang. I'm relatable to the folks that God has asked me to speak to. But there was also a time where I wasn't relatable at all because I was just on this extreme end of the separation. I hope this wind is not like taken away from my voice. And it's getting pretty windy, so I'm going to wrap it up and make it quick. And I'm trying to make these videos quicker instead of getting long-winded so I can push more out. But yeah, just sit with those. You might not be relatable, and this can be a good thing or a bad thing. But at the end of the day, the fact that you are alone is not a bad thing. The fact that you're alone is a good thing because most folks are too busy being distracted by the world around them, distracted by the masses, distracted from being able to hear God's voice, to hear the voice of their benevolent ancestors. So really, you should see being alone as a blessing. And just sit with yourself and allow God, allow your benevolent ancestors to speak to you and tell you when to be with community. And you're not going to be alone forever. This is a season. This is an initiation. So go through it, get your downloads, do your work, so that when you are no longer alone, you are able to serve those connections from the very best version of yourself and from a fully filled cup. I love you. I love you. I love you. If anything that I have said has resonated with you, go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to throw all my handles down there. Check out my podcast. Share this YouTube channel with the people. Let them know that it's a gal on here just talking that real shit. And I love you. I'm out.